episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. Now, in our last episode, we beat Manchester City by 2-1 to go 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Albeit, well, I think it comes down to, I think it was 5 points actually in the end, was what it ended up with. We've had an interesting month. It's been a weird one, but we're going to take you through it anyway. One thing I also should say is that we won our first 6 league matches of the season, conceded like 2 goals, I think, 5 clean sheets in those games, scored an absolute buttload of goals, and I didn't win Manager of the Month in August, and I was so irritated by that. And, so did we win Manager of the Month for September, you ask? Because we won all 3 games and did the exact same thing again? No, I didn't. So to get this straight, at the end of September, we'd won all 6 league games, 5 clean sheets, only conceded 2 goals, scored like 20 odd, and I didn't win Manager of the Month for either of those 2 months. They both went to Manchester United and Chelsea's managers for some fucking reason. I don't get it. What do you have to do to win that fucking award? It's absurd. Like, if you're top of I don't know. It just really annoyed me because it was 2 months in a row now that we'd won every single game and not been Manager of the Month. I don't care who they're playing against. We're fucking top of the league and have won every game this season. So yeah, that was a bit irritating. And we'd beaten Manchester City, so it wasn't like it was, you hadn't beaten anyone useful. We'd beat Manchester City that month. We beat Spurs as well. We beat Spurs, Manchester City, and Hull, of course. But, why doesn't that entitle? If it's down to the, I don't know. It's just a bit frustrating. But, so there we go. This month's it's not been as interesting. Like, we finally did drop some points and in both competitions, and this was so red. Like, I think I may have I think I may have underrated Lokomotiv Moscow a little bit when I first saw them come out of the hat, because they were the 4th pot side. But obviously they've got some money, they've got some decent players, and obviously they beat Juventus 3-0, so they've clearly got something about them. But what I would say is we should have won. This is not a game we should be drawing. They had one decent chance. We should have won this game. We needed to put our chances away, and we just didn't. We should have won the game, but we didn't, and it was disappointing. And I think it carried over into our next game, which was at home to Everton, away at Everton in the league. They had a weird system, so I decided to go with the 2 up top, and it did not work. Let me be the first to say it did not work, which is why at halftime we got in at 0-0, and I decided to change it. Then 70 minutes in, this happened. Lopez Sousa put us in front, and I thought, right, let's slip to our defensive strategy and just try and see out the rest of this game. Everton deserved a point from this game at least. But once we'd scored that, and once we're at this stage in the game, I'm thinking, right, we're done. But then when this is cleared, and there's so many players there, I mean, I've just realised that this isn't on 3D highlights. Sorry about that. I'll change it for the next one. Point is, it was we really needed to win that, and I thought we'd done it as well, but we just weren't quite good enough. Which then, of course, leads us onto our game against Southampton, and this was crucial now because it was a home game. It was against Southampton, your biggest rival. We dominated the game. We were brilliant, and we need more of this. And bear in mind, I was able to rest Santos in this game as well, just to give you an idea of how good we were. 6 minutes in, 1-0 through Tony Ivancic's penalty with his 4th goal of the season already. He actually won Player of the Month, which is impressive considering Millington. But hey, yeah. Then 52 minutes in, things got a little bit better for us in the second half. Kaya was also in the Team of the Week this year. Vanos there, around the corner. Millington, lovely touch, and it's well saved. I mean, that should have been a goal, really, but Millington just wasn't quite able to be clinical enough there. He's just gone off the boil a little bit this month, but he does seem to come in bursts, so hopefully he'll come back soon. Sassy here with a lovely little attempted run there, but he does the same thing in a second, and this time it works. He was slipping into some nice little spaces because obviously Portugal is injured. Gets the ball here, picks a lovely pass, well struck from Lucarelli, but it's in on the rebound from Augusto Archubi with his 1st goal of the season. He's not played that much, I have to say, and I'm thinking about moving him on next summer, and the main reason I'm thinking about it is because I am currently in the process of negotiating a deal for the signing of Mamute. I've got him on my shortlist. I keep getting updates from him. He's got like 30 odd assists in the league for Santos at the moment. He's a quality player. He is the player that I want to replace Santos. So not to replace Santos. He's the ultimate. He's the right wing's version of Santos, basically. Archubi's good, but I think Mamute could be better. So I'm preparing a deal with them at the moment, basically, which is like 7 million up front, another 15 million in a year, another 10 million after a certain number of league goals. I mean, the deal is going to cost us a lot. Plus Milton Peralta and Jefferson Rios. That is the current deal, and they have accepted it. He's going to be on a massive whack of wage, but obviously, as a result of getting rid of those players, we'll also free up some more money. But I think that he could be crucial for us, and if we could sort that signing out, then I really do think it's important that we could get him, because he's the one I've had my eye on for a couple of seasons now, and I think he could be the missing link. Just to have a Santos on either side would be destructive as hell. But In other news, this is how the league is shaping up. So we are currently 4 points clear at the top. It's not perfect, but we still have only conceded 4 goals this season, which is very, very good, and scored 27 already, which is miles clear of anyone else, which is always nice. Now, we're 4 clear of Chelsea and Stoke, which is... Stoke are actually back up there and are the only other unbeaten side in the entire league. Chelsea had a poor start but have really started to come back now, and of course are 4 points behind. City dropped points again, so now trail us by 7 points, as do Manchester United, and those are the two that I really do think are going to eventually end up being the second and third place teams. I don't think Chelsea are going to be able to sustain a title push this year, which is very, very important, because it means that 7 point gap is what I'm really looking towards. But that's not to say that Stoke can't do it, you know. Norman Millington is joint top scorer because, amazingly, Gabbiadini of Burnley has 10, and Jackman of Brighton has 9, and Ebertsberger of Oldham has 8, despite only being 8 games into the season. It's crazy. Millington has 4 Man of the Match awards. Bolongo has 5 clean sheets as well, which is nice. Santos with 6 assists, and of course is the best average rating in the league, which is not a giant surprise on that one. Hull finally got themselves a point. That's interesting to see. Now, let's take a little look at the squad. Top goal scorer for us is Norman Millington. He's got 11 goals in 11 matches. This is not a bad return. It really has to be said. It's pretty decent. Pipoka has got 5, as well as our second top scorer, Ivancic, amazingly, with 4. Then Lucarelli with 4. Also, Simpson also has 2, which is nice. Assists, Santos has 7 in 9 matches, but Lucarelli also has 5. Millington there and Vanos needs to contribute a little bit more, I think. Man of the matches, Millington with 4 is top of that. Yellow cards, Gray and Ivancic with 2 apiece, and just the 1 red card, which is Vanos, of course. Average rating, Santos is dominating, as you'd expect. Key aerial challenges, Miguel Lopez Souza. Key passes, Santos, 57, lovely stuff. But Vanos is in there as well. Key tackles, Robert Gray with 13. And as for interceptions, he's only just ahead of Lopez Souza now. As for value, of course, whoa, how has £5 million dropped off of his value in the space of like 2 weeks? I don't get that. But the others have gone up, so that's interesting. I don't understand why Millington's gone down by like £5 million, though. That is a little bit strange. So there we go. Hopefully today, it's a crucial one. It's against Juventus. What system are they playing? Oh my goodness. No, we're not going to go too up top against this. We're going to go and just pack this area, because they're clearly a very narrow looking side, and I want to make sure that we can... yeah, I think we're going to go with this tactic for today. Let's just see if we can bring anyone else in. Archubi and Santos is back. Marcelo and Kaya have sort of been overlapping because he's not got the best stamina, I don't think. Oh, okay. Oh, it's natural fitness. It's probably more to do with it then. Borja Gomez is fit, but not quite match fit yet, and that's crucial. But that front 4 should be enough, really. I mean, you'd like to think Millington's just completed his circle. Wow, 5-star player, apparently. Amazing. As has Ivancic again. And the others have come quite close. I can't believe Santos is only a 4-star player, according to this. He's just an insane player. Not that I care, because, you know, I don't care what that says. It's what he does on the pitch, and what he does on the pitch is magic. It's great to have 2 complete circles in the team, though. Lopez Souza and Gray can't be far behind either, I have to say. Right, let's do this. This is crucial for us, because Juventus did win against Galatasaray in their other game. So it's all quite nicely 4 points clear of them. And Lokomotiv Moscow, I mean... who are they playing today? They're playing away at Galatasaray. If Galatasaray could do us a massive favour and come up with the big victory, that would just be glorious. But I don't know, I'm not too confident. Lokomotiv Moscow are quite this little surprise package on them. So I don't know, I worry that we might... I don't know, I never know what to do against these formations. I think we've played against this before when Man United lined up like that, and I think this is the type of system we played. So I'm hoping that this is going to bring out the good in us, but we'll see. I think we should have enough. I mean, if Lokomotiv Moscow can beat Juventus by 3-0, then we should be able to. But they do have Pogba. Notice. I mean, I'm imagining quite an old Pogba. He must be in his 30s, like sort of 32, 33 by now. But hey, if it's Paul Pogba, he's probably still fucking amazing. Vanos chasing this ball out to the right-hand side. Nice bit of work from them. Whips in Millington. Santos at the back post. And oh, well done. Cleared off the line back to Santos. Can he spin again? Vanos at the back post. And that is better. 1-0 Portsmouth after 5 minutes. Gerald Vanos. Lovely stuff. And that would send us top of the group. It's looking like it's going to be quite a tight group, so at least it's going to be a little bit interesting. I can't believe that was cleared off the line. Well done here from Santos to flick that over there. I can't believe he actually picked out a pass there. Another assist for him, though. Assist number 7. Oh, God. Literally the worst thing in the world to happen right now is that. Although Borja Gomez, thankfully, is fit again, but... I mean, he didn't lose that much match fitness, because thankfully he wasn't out for that long. But still... having no Ivancic, hopefully that's not a serious injury, and if we get him off now, we can avoid it becoming something serious. But we are a goal up against Juventus, and that's the perfect start to this game. Another one, perhaps. Artubi with the long throw. Santos wins the ball. Can he flick it back across the box? No. Goes through. Oh, I thought Vanos was going to get another one there. He looks like the man. He looks like he's up for it today. Millington's been a little bit anonymous in the opening stages of this one, but Vanos looks properly up for it, and that's what I like to see. He looks like he might have that big game player trait. Oh, what a save from Belongo. Or is that Vega? I think Vega might be in goal for us today, actually. No, it's Belongo. Apologies, I must have changed their shirt numbers over the summer and forgotten. Oh, come on. Oh, it's going to be one of these days, is it? Okay, so Marcelo, who's barely played for us, although does have full match fitness again, is going to be out. But thankfully, we've at least got a backup this time. But that's 2 injuries in the first half. Not great, because now it basically limits what I can do tactically. I can't really switch it to our 2 up top tactic, because we need to make 2 substitutions, really, to do that properly. Millington, go! Oh, well done. Vanos has been superb today, providing the assist for Millington there. 12th of the season for him, and it is Pompey 2, Juventus 0. That's a better result. I just can't believe we drew with Lokomotiv Moscow at home. Nice work from Vanos there. Millington takes it to the side and just bashes that into the top corner. Well, not even the top corner. Just powers that on through. Get to half-time at 2-0, and we will be laughing. And that's good stuff. And Vanos has been absolutely superb in that first half. That's the sort of performance I need to see out of him more consistently. Like, if he could do that every week and play with that level of quality, then we can, yeah, he could start to challenge Santos for quality levels in terms of average rating and whatnot. Right, we're going to stick with this for now. When it gets to sort of 65 minutes, if we've not added a third by then I'll probably shut up shop and just make sure that we get over the line with the win. But we're looking... Actually, we're not, are we? I might just do it now, because it's not like we dominated that first half. Like, they had their chances. So I want to make sure that we do wrap this one up quite comfortably by... Oh, Vanos again. Millington off the post and cleared, and Millington very nearly grabbed himself another goal there. That would have been tasty. Uh-oh. Correa, ball in. Oh, well blocked. He probably should have taken it earlier. I don't know why we didn't win the header, but it doesn't matter, because we got it clear in the end. They've had more clear-cut chances than us. They've created a lot with not as many shots, but well done them for that. But we are 2 goals to the good, and I'd like to think that we're not going to throw away a 2-goal lead here, considering how well we're playing and the fact that we are ready to defend and do what we need to do. We've only got 1 substitution left, so I'm going to save that for the 75th minute, around that sort of time. Out to the edge of the area for Vanos. What's he got up his sleeve this time? Having a little run. Oh, and it's squeezed over the line by Lopez Souza. 3-0 Pompey. Amazing. Now, why couldn't we do this against freaking Lokomotiv? Maybe it was just their tactic. Lovely burst of pace here from Vanos. Great strike. It is actually going in, I think. Wonderful save, but Lopez Souza there to dink it over the line. He's got a lot of goals this year already. He's sort of doing what Robert Gray did for us a couple of seasons ago, if you remember, where he was prolific. I think he got 10 goals in all competitions. This game is done now, which is fine, but we're going to wait till sort of 75 minutes to make our last substitution. And Galatasaray are beating them. And I'm going to bring on Tercio if he's on the bench. He's not. Actually, no, sorry. Like, he's only got 60. And as much as I do want to get Vanos off to maybe try out Afret, Lopez Souza is the most in need at the moment. And we're already 3-0 up, so we can just try and maybe... No, I wouldn't say take a breather, but Galatasaray winning that game is crucial. That really does help us out a lot. Because it just... You know, it bunches things up a little bit, but it also stops Lokomotiv from getting a little bit carried away and thinking they're going to get through. Which they could, of course. Millington round the corner, and it's cleared. Verratti up to Coman. And Berardi's through it. No, he's not. Okay. Apparently there was a chance in there somewhere. It looks like a 3-0 win is pretty damn cushy. And another clean sheet, though, guys, remember. You know, we've done so well defensively lately, and that's another clean sheet for us. It's second in a row in Europe as well, which is good. Look at that. 2 assists and a goal for Gerald Vanos. That is more like it, people. That is what I like to see. Yeah, carry on playing like that, Gerald, and we'll have no problems this season at all, mate. So there we go. We're top of the league. Well, we are top of the league, actually, and top of our Champions League group. Through to the 3rd round of the Carling Cup as well. Or is it the 4th round? 6-1 for Zenit and 6-0 for Manchester City. Top goal scorers, no doubt, will be... Oh, interestingly, Dejan Kovacevic. I assume it's a regen. Yep, an 18-year-old regen. Wow. Let me just scout him, just in case he's awesome. 7 goals in the Champions League, though. It can't be too bad. Don't suppose they actually got through, though, did they? Did FK Partizan get through? No. But we are top of our Champions League group now. 4 points clear of Juve, interestingly, who are in 3rd spot. And we do have to play them away at... Well, it isn't the Stadio dell'Alpi now, is it? I can't remember what Juve's new stadium's called. It is called Juventus Stadium. Excellent. A lot of creative license went into that name. And no, the manager's Philippe Cocu. Interesting. Sorry, they've got a player called Marco Mancini. No relation to Roberto, is he? No, he's not. Okay, so there we go, guys. Awesome. Right, I'm trying to think what to do for our next episode. We've got 2 games in between, but that's not very many. I'm kind of tempted to skip it and do the Galatasaray home match, because it's right in the middle one, and I'd like to think that we could do the other ones, because they'll be, but then there could be dead rubbers in there. And maybe Premier League games could take precedence. No, we will come back and do the next, the Juventus away game as well. It's annoying when the fixtures fall in a way that you can't always, I don't like having too few games in between episodes, basically. But sometimes you don't really have much choice in the matter, I guess. So, I hope you guys have liked what we've seen in this episode. I sure as hell have. It's another when we are still unbeaten in all competitions into October, which is awesome. So, if you like what you've seen, wait, this episode is so incredibly short. Let's take a little look at our under-21s and under-18s while we're here. So, here we go. This is our under-21 squad. As you can see, potential-wise, Xander Nayert, Mark Simpson, Jimenez, of course, these guys are on loan. Dennis Blythe is up there too. After that, for me, he's better than that, but... Josh Nill, Hutchins, Peralta, and obviously we've got quite a lot of youngsters that have come through but have just never really hit that in terms of, and I can't believe people like Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain are still at the club. He hasn't got a contract or anything. He's just been here like forever, just since the start of this save. He's played like a couple of games. No, in fact, he's only ever played 3 matches for us in the entirety of his career for us, but it's one of those players that just don't ever leave, like Gavin Morgan, Calvin Davis, all of this lot actually just seem to have stuck with us. I guess that's why we've got so many. Under 18s, it's a similar story, but there are still some real quality. People like Chris Slade, he's the one that I'm really excited about. Genuinely looks like he could be a future England attacking midfielder. Shadow striker type of player, but look at that. Great determination already, and his acceleration is excellent. Let's see what he's like for that then. Well, his finishing's poor, and his long shots are poor, so I don't know why that's his best role at the moment. And even if he works on those incredibly hard, they're never going to get that good if they're already as poor as that. So I don't know. I'm sure we can... I'll tell you what, right? What do you think would be Chris Slade's best position looking at the stats that he's got? And put it in the comments, because I'm kind of curious to see what you guys might think of that. Just so that, we've got an idea of where maybe I could retrain him for a different role or a different position even. Like, what does this suggest to you? Because I don't feel that that's his best position, personally. Like, certain areas it is, but his technicals aren't good enough. Finishing and long shots are poor, and for a shadow striker, you kind of need those for me. Like... That's what Van Os is so good at. So yeah, let me know what you think of that in the comments below. Right, so in the next episode, we're going to come back and we will do the Juventus game away from home, because that's going to be crucial. I think we win that and... Well, actually, we win that and we cannot be overtaken by Juventus. But that's going to be a really tough one. To win away from home at Juventus is a completely different prospect. But I still think we're capable of doing it. Of course, in the meantime, we've got Burnley and... Oh, actually, there's 3 games in between. It's not so bad. We've got Burnley away, which is going to be tough. Crew in the Cup, which I'm going to play a weekend side for, obviously. And we've got Brighton at home. I'd like to think that we can win all 3 of those. But Burnley away is going to be extra tough. But if we can win that and carry on going in the league, we should still be top coming into the Juventus game, which would be decent to be top of the league at this point. It would give us a little bit of a cushion, and we've still not had a dodgy defeat yet. But, we had these little wobbles last time where we drew at home to Brighton, and that was our first wobble last time. And then we had that game where we lost at Leicester. When is that wobble? The longer we can put that off, the better, basically. Plus, I'll still be working on trying to work out that deal for Mamute, because I really do think that he could improve us so much, but he would be on a hell of a lot of wages. So it might make our transfer dealings next summer quite difficult, but it might just be the missing piece of our puzzle, really. I might even be able to get him to join in January, which could be even better. I might be able to move Artubi the other way, because he's still worth like 30 million quid, and people do want him. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, please drop a like on the video, and if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I will join you guys in the next episode for the away match against Juventus, which could be crucial for us. So I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.